Hi everyone. In addition to the notes below and the stuff on Blackboard, I want to take a few minutes to give you a little bit more of a hopefully easily understandable idea about today's topic, which is melody. All right, now, melody very basically is notes happening one at a time. We've already spoken a little bit about rhythm, so rhythm is involved in the presentation of the notes or the pitches that you hear. To give you a little demonstration of melody, pitches, and rhythm coming together, I want you to listen to this rhythm and see if you can figure out what piece of music it is. Listen. All right, you can think about that for a second. Now what I'm going to do is play the pitches from that melody, but I'm going to play the notes all the same value so that you don't hear the rhythm that you just did. So now it's just the pitches of the melody. All right, so very repetitive, just three different pitches. If you take a second, think, what tune is that? It is a tune that you'll recognize, I'm very sure. When I put the pitches and the melody, the pitches and the rhythm together, this is what you get. That is reveille, which is a bugle call, a little bit of functional music, music composed to communicate, convey a message. In this case, the message, it's time to wake up. So that's a demonstration of pitch and rhythm coming together to create melody. After you've read the information below, you should go to Blackboard, find today's topic, September the 8th, melody, open that up. As usual, there are new pitches, new terms for you to learn. Just a few. A scale is a succession of pitches from which melodies are drawn. Listen to this scale. That's what's called an F major scale. It's got a nice upbeat sound to it. It's a scale that's used all the time in popular music. And both of the pieces that you'll be listening to and writing about today use the F major scale as the basis for their melodies. Phrase and motive I'm going to come back to in just a minute. A theme is just a bit of melody, and one of the most significant things about melody is, for our purposes, form in music, the way music is organized, is based on melody, almost all the time, with the exception of jazz where the melody is improvised for the most part. So, if we take the theme, the main theme, from Somewhere Over the Rainbow, the first piece you'll be listening to, that's the main theme. When you hear the song performed, that is played, and then it's played a second time. It's repeated. After that, we have what we call the bridge, which is a different theme, and that sounds like this. So right at the end, I added a set of second pitches. When you have more than one pitch at a time, that's harmony, which I will be speaking about very soon. You hear that bridge, and then the first theme is repeated. So the form of this is A, B, A. You'll find as we go along that's a very common form. Now, to talk about some of the other terms here, a phrase is just the amount of text, if there are lyrics to a piece of music, that you would sing as a sentence, or the amount of music that you could sing or play in one breath. So if we take our theme from Somewhere Over the Rainbow, the first theme is divided into two phrases. The first, we get a breath, 2 phrases. All right? Now, this bit of melody, this theme, is divided further into smaller groups called motives. I'm going to demonstrate those to you. There are 2 different motives that make up this theme. They alternate, but not exactly. So I'm going to play the first motive, leave out the notes from the other motive. That's going to sound like this. That's the first motive. The second motive last note didn't want to speak. So these melodies, these bits of melodies, these motives have the same rhythm and the same melodic contour, the way the notes go up and down. Not exactly the same, but almost exactly the same. The reason this is important is because, as you'll see in the second piece of music, the Beethoven Symphony, he also has a melody based on the F major scale, and he divides his melody into 3 motives, and he uses each of these motives, each of these little pieces of the melody, as building blocks to create a much more extensive form. The first movement of this symphony, which is what you'll be listening to, is 12 or 13 minutes long. And it is all developed from the motives out of this theme and a second theme. So that theme, you'll hear it immediately at the beginning of the video. After the conductor comes in, he'll start right off, and the first thing you'll hear is this. Let me try that again. That's the theme. All right, so the 3 motives are and, and he does various things with those motives. He has different instruments play them. He'll make crescendos where the music gets louder while he's repeating a motive, softer while he is still repeating it, that sort of thing. He uses variations of statements of these little motives that come from the theme to build this whole huge form in this movement. At the bottom of today's class notes is the usual information explaining what to do. Chapter 3 of the text, the questions relating to that in the textbook homework folder, as well as NT3, which you'll find right under today's lesson notes. So, thanks for putting up with my piano playing, and enjoy this music. Both pieces are really nicely done, beautifully performed, and they're classic pieces of music, popular and art music, classical music. Thanks very much.